Hi, my name is Brennan, and we are at Building 204 at Fort Worden. I am a reporter, and I have my own paper called the Spruce St Weekly, and I've been doing it for 17 months now. And I really love what I do, and I want to grow up and be a journalist. I do it every week, and I print out about 120 since I started in February 2008. And I am planning for next week. My articles are going to be a new column I'm making about interesting people in Port Townsend and the Blues Festival. And I just did my interviews for that. I just interviewed Jaron Paxton, also known as Blind Boy Paxton, and he was smoking on the piano, and it was so hot it set off the fire alarm, and the police arrived here on a tractor. We live across the street from Fort Worden, and we love this place. We come here all the time, we take walks, and we come to the festivals, and there's always a great news story here. My paper costs 25 cents each, and for mailing it's 70 cents each. On my second anniversary, which is next February 2010, I will stop the presses on my newspaper, and by then I would like to have learned a lot about the news industry and journalism. And after I close my paper, I will keep doing journalism. I'll maybe start a new one or just keep learning. My paper focuses on good news mostly, and I really believe in good news. And I also believe that everybody has an interesting story in them, and that's my philosophy that I've been using for a long time now. I really like the English language, and I really like learning my vocabulary and expanding it, and I really credit the Hardy Boys for my vocabulary now, since I read it a long time, and then I read newspapers, which has lots of good words. I really like learning more words every day, since there's never enough. The newspapers I read every day are any newspaper I can get a hold of, such as the New York Times, the Seattle Times. I have a subscription to the Leader and the Peninsula Daily News. And everywhere I go on trips, I pick up the newspapers there and read them. My mom tells me all the time to put my newspaper down because I have to do lots of other things. There's so many good newspapers, and just if there was enough time, I would read them all. My other interests are music, such as violin and piano, and I also love history, geology, and geography, and I really like sports. I like track and field and baseball and football. I also love tap dancing and all sorts of dancing. My family doesn't have a TV, and so the time that we would spend watching TV, we do projects and activities. This is my paper, Brennan Spruce St Weekly. I also include This Day in History, which I came up with because I'm always interested in what's going on today in history, and also when there's this new week, Slow News Week, I can fill it up with that, and also fun facts, and I draw my own comics. And all this for just 25 cents. Thanks for watching. My name is Brennan, and I would like to thank my mom for editing my paper and letting me do this, and I would like to thank my whole family for helping me, and I would like to thank Frank Garrett, the former editor of The Leader, who is my mentor and friends. And I would like to thank all my subscribers for their support. I just got the great news that I am one of the finalists for Time for Kids Reporter. Me and 11 other kids were picked out of 400 kids to be Time for Kids Reporter, and it's very exciting. I also believe that everybody has an interesting story in them, and that's my philosophy that I've been using for a long time now. And all this for just 25 cents.